author of the first sister-to-sister goal in U.S. history. So well done.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Thanks to Sammy. So yeah, please raise your hand if you have questions for Kristie, and we'll get some right away. Looks like we got a couple coming in. Let's go to Robert Rogers. Go ahead.
Hi, Kristie, I just had a question. How does it feel to score a goal with your sister? Like, could you just elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't have to do much of the work. I mean, Pino played just a crafty little ball through to me. I took a couple touches and saw Sam wide open on the box, on the top of the box. And of course, we all know how good Sam's shot is. So I just passed it to her, and I kind of knew, I just like had a feeling like when I passed it to her that she was just going to take a touch and score. And she texted me before the game, and she was like, if we have a sister goal, we have to chest bump after. So of course it happens. And I have to like remind her. So I was like, Sam. So I ran up to her and we chest bumped, and it was just, I mean, it's hilarious that it actually happened that way, but I mean, it feels really good. I didn't know that it was the first sister-to-sister goal, so that feels pretty cool. And I kind of just had a feeling that she was going to score that. So yeah, it was fun and it was cool.
Awesome. Let's go to Steph Young. Go ahead, Steph.
Thanks, Aaron. Sorry, just finding the unmute button. Kristie, it seems like, you know, you've been given instructions to work in that kind of left-sided half space, be an agent of chaos, get in the box. What's your self-evaluation of how you performed that role tonight? And, you know, is that on, and are you being asked to do, you know, other stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all these teams are bringing new challenges to us. So I think my job is to kind of just solve problems fast so that we can, you know, score goals, break them down, because a lot of the teams are going to start sitting off on us. They're going to have tactics against us. So I think I did okay tonight. I think I was a little bit sloppy in certain areas, but I feel like I just tried to work hard and defend well, even though I didn't feel like I performed my best. But yeah, I mean, I was just trying to figure them out and try to do things tactically to break them down, to get other people open, to make some unselfish runs and kind of just bring defenders away. So I think I did a pretty good job of that, and I'm just excited for our next game.
As a quick follow-up, completely unrelated, do you think you're capable of shotgunning a USA tall boy?
100%. I am fully confident in that.
Thank you.
Why didn't you even ask? Tyler Snipes, go ahead.
Thank you. Kristie, just what does it mean to you in this moment, getting a second start in a row, as, you know, like everything's starting to iron in ahead of the major tournament? You really, you know, continue to see yourself being more and more part of this team.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really good. You know, I kind of just want to be that player if, you know, if they need me in the lineup, if they need me to come in for 5 minutes, if they need me to come in for 30 minutes, if they need me to start, I kind of just want to be a reliable teammate and a reliable player for the coaches. So whatever I need to do to help this team win a gold medal, I'm going to do. So tonight, my role was to start and to try to make an impact. And, you know, hopefully I did that. And I just want to keep doing whatever I have to do to help this team.
Awesome. Let's go to Jeff Carlisle. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Aaron. My question is, you know, now that the roster has been named and you know you're going, you know, to what degree has some tension kind of evaporated, not only for you, but for the entire group? I mean, can you guys just like breathe now and kind of just look ahead instead of maybe worrying about your own personal circumstance?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when a roster is cut down, there's obviously always that natural tension just because, you know, everyone's worried about themselves. Everyone wants to make it. Everyone wants to do well. So, yeah, I mean, I do think that it was a little bit of a relief naturally to get named to the roster. And I think, you know, we're just kind of moving forward now as a team, and it feels so good to just kind of have the team set and just move forward and go into the tournament just really excited. And I mean, I'm so excited to be a part of it. And I think, you know, the girls and stuff, like, it's such a good collab of players. Like, I just love it so much. So yeah, I mean, it's been really good.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yep. Thanks, Jeff. Let's go to Matt Batour. Go ahead, Matt.
Kristie, to get the the go with Sam this close to Massachusetts? Did you have a lot of people here, and did that make it that much more special?
Yeah, we had a lot of people here. I think we had like over 40 people here. It was a bummer because like we couldn't really find them up in the stands. But we saw Sam's husband, so we waved to him a little bit at the end. But yeah, it was really special. I mean, I'll always have like the East Coast is so close to my heart, and I felt at home here. So it was really special for Sam and I to kind of enjoy this game together, and for my family after just the year that everyone has had. It was really special for everyone to be able to come to this game. You know, my parents and my sister's husband's parents and just like all of our friends and family were able to come. So it was really, really special, and I'm hoping that they all enjoyed it and had a good time.
She asked you about shotgunning the tall boy, but do you have to shotgun your own beer now that you guys have the harpoon one?
Yeah, for sure. I think I can do whatever you guys throw at me.
But not until after the Olympics.
Yes, not until after.
Yeah. Let's go to John Tanwell. Go ahead.
Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Kristie, for the time. You know, when Julie Ertz plays the six, the role of the six is very well defined, and we know what Julie contributes to this team. But when it's what it was tonight, where it's Lindsay, Sam, and you, we know that Lindsay is nominally the six, but does it play differently? Do each of you sort of feel like you're contributing a little bit? How does it work among the three?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Sam, Lindsay, and I worked pretty well together. And I mean, of course, I think, you know, the lineup misses Julie. I think Julie's such an important part of this team, but I think Lindsay has really stepped in there and made such a huge impact. Like, I love playing with her. She's so solid, so good on the ball. She's so active. So I think she's just made such a good impact in that role. And I mean, it was what the team needed, and I think she has done an incredible job. And obviously, I love playing with my sister, and I think we've been a pretty good trio so far. But again, just want to do whatever I have to do to help this team.
I confess to having no beer questions, but thanks again.
All right, so Tobin is almost ready, so we're going to make this the last one, and it goes to Gary Washburn, I believe, from the Globe. Go ahead, Gary.
Hi. This is maybe one of the first Olympics that most of the highlighted athletes are women, and this could be a total U.S. women-dominated Olympics. How does that feel to be part of a group, not only with the soccer team, but just a group of female athletes who have a chance all to bring back gold, and most of the highlighted and most prominent athletes are women?
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true, honestly. I mean, these players are just, I mean, they have, you know, won so many things. They've done so much in their careers. They're so successful on and off the field. So I truly look up to every single one of them, and just being able to play with them, next to them every single day at practice and in games. It really is just inspiring and so special. And these are just the days that I'll never forget, is kind of just this collective of women just doing something that we believe in and that we love so much.
Amazing. Obviously, I had a long time to think about it, and was very excited that I'd get to go in the game at some point. So yeah, I don't know. I was just happy to go in.
We know, you know, how rigorous, how tough the practices are, and how much work you've been doing away from the field. From the mental side of it, what does it mean to be back in an actual game in that moment?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, I didn't know if I'd get back to this place, and obviously took a lot of work and yeah, patience.
Yeah.
And honestly, I had a lot of help. So I have a lot of people to be thankful for that helped me along the way. But I just had to take every single day, and you know, I didn't have much time, so I had to make the most of it all, and it was hard, but I was really happy to get back.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jonathan. I'm told it was 52 seconds after she came in the game that she scored, so it wasn't even a minute. Meg Lenahan, go ahead.
Hi, Tobin. Just as a bit of a follow-up to Jonathan, we've been told that you did some one-on-one training with Laura Harvey out in LA, and I was hoping that you could maybe speak to that being a part of your recovery process in order to make this roster.
Yeah, Laura was great. It actually was like 2-on-1 because Chris and Press was out there also, and a couple other people from the staff as well. But Laura was instrumental. It was the first time personally I'd worked with her. You know, obviously had heard really great things about her, but she was really great on kind of the football side of the return. And it's always great to have, you know, the professionals around you really pushing you. And I couldn't have done it without the people that were helping me.
Thanks, Tobin. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's go to Alex Ozzie. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Tobin, welcome back. Curious if you could talk through just like specifics of the injury and your timeline and return, and just kind of how it progressed these last few months.
Honestly, I don't really want to talk about the specifics or even think about it anymore. I just kind of want to focus on my football going forward.
Tobin looks forward, not back. Let's go to Alex, unless you have another one.
I'm all set, thanks.
Okay, let's go to Sydney Hunt. Go ahead, Sydney Hunt.
Tobin, congrats, obviously, on the goal and on your return. You mentioned it took a lot of patience to get to where you are now. You said they could get back to that point, but I'm sure there are some discouraging moments. What or who kind of helped you push through to the finish line to where you are now?
Yeah, a lot of people. I did have one moment, and then you just kind of get up and you get on with it. But my mom actually came to Manchester as soon as she heard, which was a pretty big journey considering the circumstances going on in the world. And I'll never forget that. And at the time, I obviously didn't know I'd be sitting back here talking to you guys. So it was a special moment that I got with her.
Always the moms coming through. Last couple for Tobin here. Robert Rogers, go ahead.
Oh yeah, can you just talk us through that like really fast goal you had, and then also how does it feel to score so close to your home state of New Jersey?
Yeah, I love Jersey. The crowd was awesome today, especially in the rain. They came prepared with all those ponchos. But anytime you get to play close to home, it's always a nice feeling. And yeah, I love it here. And the goal was great. I mean, like I said, I had a long time to think about what it would be like getting back on the field. And you play the game a lot in your head while you're not doing it. So it was one of those things that kind of slowed down, and it was picture perfect. It was a great transition ball from Alex, and I just took a little look and saw that I could do it.
All right, last one goes to Amelia Hertel. Go ahead, Amelia.
Hi, Tobin. Thank you for taking the time. Just watching you on the ball and your decision-making being so quick, I just wanted to ask you what your mindset is once the ball comes to you and what you're looking to do.
I mean, the game kind of dictates so much of that and those decisions and the players. I think with this team in particular, we have a lot of different weapons in the final third in particular. So trying to make the right decision to get to where we want to be on the field to be successful and to create chances is important. And I think the team knows those actions and those movements in the place that everybody needs to be in, and obviously been studying and watching a lot of what goes on allows you then to, once you get on the field, you just have to kind of just be able to technically do it. And obviously need to get my own speed back up to play. I haven't played in a while, but in terms of like actually knowing what's supposed to happen, that's the easy part. The execution, that's always the hard part, but the fun part.